Project Xpedition has really begun now, guys. We've done a few things to it, but now really ramping it up. So you might have saw in one of the previous videos I put an Aftermarket Assassin's exhaust on it. Well, now I'm putting the tune and the clutch kit on it, plus a Diode Dynamics like complete light setup. This thing is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I've already done a bit of work to it already to just try figuring it all out, because it kind of has to be pretty custom. It's not much for this machine unless you go straight to Polaris. So right here we got the Diode Dynamic SS5 light bar setup. Gonna have to make custom brackets to make the mount this thing to the actual machine. So on the rear I'm gonna have one of these pod lights which does white light and an amber background if you want to. Same with this little guy right here. That's gonna be mounted in the rear, so I got reverse lights. Also, you gotta remember, I got the tent for the rack. So if we're all set up around it, we'll be able to light up the area. And the light bar itself also does a variety of different colors as backgrounds, which by the end of this video, you'll be seeing all this. But if you really wanted to, everything could be like amber color, and I feel like it's gonna look like a semi-trailer. So on the Xpedition, what they want is, they have like a bracket right here, it mounts right to here. It's the rigid light bar, but obviously this is going to be something completely different, and this is pretty heavy. So what I'm going to be doing is making a custom bracket right here to actually mount it right here, a little bit forward, not try to get a glare on the windshield or hood or anything, and really make it secure since it's going to be so heavy. So the real mofo of this thing is tearing it apart. I mean, diving in there to run all your wiring and everything, and then also you got to drill through your roof. I'm pretty nervous about it. I'm gonna try my best to make it as professional as a dirt dude can do. And if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you guys know I tipped over the Xpedition. I broke the roof. So perfect timing to be doing all this, because I had to take it off anyways. Run all the wiring. I really wanted to go step by step through this for you guys, but I'm not gonna lie, it is way too hard for me to do that. If I was you, what I would do is go to the Polaris YouTube channel and just look up their light bar installation video, because it's really well detailed. They do a really good job. That's what I did, so I'm just copied them. So that's what I recommend doing. I'll give you guys some like highlights. I did record a little bit. It was a doozy. This is absolutely wild, boys and girls, what you have to do to change your shifter and put a light bar on. Like, this is
I still can't even get it off. Oh, I got it off.
Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go.
I can let this 200-pound dash go down.
There's a lot of hidden rivets. It's all pretty self-explanatory. We're able to see most of them without even looking at the instructions. The biggest thing you might not know is there's a screw on the inside of the wheel well here for these speakers. So you got to remove both sides, and then this whole dash, you just kind of like hover it above, pull the sucker out, and now we got access here. And I will be flipping my switches also while I got it all apart. I'll be putting both front windows on the same side. Yeah, that's not the one we're putting in, bro.
Oh, it's not?
No. No, that's for the Pro R.
Yeah,
that
makes a little more sense anyway.
Yeah, coming soon.
We basically just pop that cotter pin and this cotter pin, and it's plug and play.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. And like I said, there's instructions.
I've never done one.
You just figured it out.
I just figured it out by looking at cotter pin.
We're a bunch of redneck dumbasses. We're tearing this thing apart. Viper machine shifter. This thing is badass. Anybody that owns one of these, I don't know if you've noticed, it's kind of hard to shift back and forth. Like, even if, say I was in like a low and I wanted to go high, most of the time I would push it all the way to park and then just slam it back into high. It just felt smoother. Maybe it's just my machine, But the owner of here said something about it, and I immediately noticed the difference. So if you guys aren't familiar with what this product is, it's a billet gated shifter. Park, reverse, neutral, low, high. So say I was in high, I was climbing something, started to fall backwards, I could jam that thing right into reverse, no guessing. And now I can also slam it back into low. So there is a little pocket right there for neutral. Besides the smoothness of the shifting and everything, the looks are just, it's stellar. It's unbelievable looking in here. But to do this, it's not like the easiest task in the world, but definitely worth it. It's badass. Follow all the instructions of this from the Polaris video, and then Viper Machine actually provides you instructions. Follow those. You're basically going to be loosening this whole dash, picking it up, and then pulling out this center console. Once the actual dash is raised, you'll be pulling this out from here. Have a buddy, tag team it, have a few beers, not too many because you don't want to lose all those plastic pins. I've been kind of battling this for a little while, guys, because I kept having to get more parts in order to make everything work and look really smooth, because I don't want to half-ass it. This thing's gonna be like 2024 is the year of the Xpedition, and the Pro Art's coming back. It's at Bob God's. They're in Houghton Lake, Hardcore Performance. She's getting just some plastics fixed up for my rollover in Glamis. But we'll be in Windrock, March 17th through the 23rd. Anybody's welcome to join and come ride with us. Yeah, we're going to be giving away the RS1 that Nathan won from the giveaway in December. So, yeah, if you guys want to come rip with us, we'll be there. I mean, you can see the assortment of plastics. So this is what I was talking about. These little vents. Just got to be careful with them, man. They're all little plastic tabs you got to pry out. It's plastic bags are your friends. Like a lot of little plastic darts, a lot of those classic Polaris screws. Got all the ceiling felt down because I'm running the wires underneath there, and then you're coming down to what would be like your A pillar. There's a little spot right here. You can actually see my light bar cord sticking out of it right there. I just got to finish running those back lights and then getting this light bar actually mounted up here. So that's what I'm going to be tackling today. Also, of course, the aftermarket assassin stuff. I've been on a rant. I don't even remember if I talked about it. I know I'm pretty sure I mentioned the exhaust. But here's the clutch kit. Got the billet cover. We got the adjustable weights in there. Right here you can see the stock weights. So those aren't adjustable. These have holes in them, and you can put your weights in there and customize them. There's a bunch of different patterns. So depending on your tire size, that's what your weight setup's going to be. Aftermarket Assassins provides you with a piece of paper, see your tire size, heel to toe, set up your clutch weights. It's a really basic setup. We've done this a million times. Go back and watch some of our older videos where we're doing clutch work. This is the same clutch as like an RS1, so no difference. We got our butter washer and limiter washer right here. These are going to provide smoother shifting in the clutches. We got our new helix. Here's your stock primary spring, tiny little dude, and then your secondary spring. I already put the primary one in there. You can see it's a blue with a yellow stripe, and then the secondary is a yellow one. Right here you can see that's a stock helix. The rollers and everything looked good in the clutches, but I do got something to show you. So I did burn belt a couple times in this thing. I didn't think it was really that bad. It was just mainly because I was in two-wheel drive and high on these weird little angles and stuff. Should have been in low, should have been in 4. But yeah, it ripped off the old top of the belt, and I'm pretty sure I know why. So right here in the clutch housing, that dude right there, your belt gets slack in it and it slaps it and rips off the top. We had that happen in the Iceman 500 with Nick's RS1. I will say the vehicle does basically have 1,000 miles on it. And you guys see how I drive it. I'm not the friendliest driver to it, but you can see it's able to handle it. It rips. It's turning into one of my favorite vehicles out of the whole fleet we got going on here. Alright, so I'm gonna get to work here. I'm just been mocking that stuff up. I got the new roof over there. So I'm gonna be replacing all this stuff out. Also, if you do break your roof and you have to replace it, there's a seal up there, you're gonna end up ripping it. I just bought stuff from Menards. It's kind of go over it. It's pretty close to what's on the vehicle. Right here is the brackets that I got made up. Unique Metalworks, link for him below. He makes custom signs and everything you guys have seen in past videos. I got one in my podcast room. It's badass. So I'm gonna be hard mounting this bad boy right to the rack, and the light bar is gonna be out here. So I'm just mocking her up. 1,000 miles in, checking out my sheaves. I mean, not that bad. Not that bad for a lot of like low speed riding. There's a little mound up there on the primary, but secondary not really. If you're going into a bigger tire size on these vehicles, you gotta do the clutch kit. It's really gonna help with engine noise too. So everybody's complaining about how loud it is in there. Well, these aftermarket assassin clutch kits actually have it. What is it called again? The cruiser setup. So it's a lower RPM. So it's not gonna be pulling as much. You don't have to do that. Like, I'm gonna go to the level 2 setup with the aftermarket assassins exhaust, tune, clutch it, the whole shebang. I want the most power I can get out of it. It doesn't really bother me, the noise, and I think that thing's really sweet to be able to like actually shred around pretty hard, and it can handle it. The suspension in that thing is very, very impressive. I already put my weights in, but right there you can see what an aftermarket weight looks like with all the holes in it. When you're doing the cruiser setup, it's a lot of the slugs. It's a totally different weight setup than anything I've ever ran. But having these weights like this, you can do so much different types of tuning with your clutches. I mean, you can fine tune it yourself if you really want to. These are like pretty general setups, but they do a lot of test and tuning. They're always pretty much dead nuts on for me, so I just stick to the paper. Got the clutches in there, cleaned them up. I'm gonna throw up a picture of my sheaves. Like, half the sheave is clean, half the sheave is dirty. That's 1,000 miles, never touched them. Definitely got to go in there and do some maintenance every now and then, but man, that is a beautiful setup. It looks powerful, but it's on this. One cool thing that the Xpedition has is the capture bolts on the clutch cover. Thank you, Polaris.
I went through the outside again, didn't I?
Alright, yep, drilling holes in the Xpedition now. On to another day. So, today, hang on one second. We got Sector 7 mirrors for the Xpedition. Instruction-wise, I'm going to just tell you to refer to theirs. They have a full video of it. It tells you step by step, because you got to drill holes in your door if that's the way you want to mount it. That's how all the hardware comes. It's very legit. Makes it to where it's very sturdy, because they are pretty heavy, because I mean, you got all the lighting, and it's a giant piece of billet, so it's going to be badass. I've run these on all my vehicles. I've rolled over probably 5+ times with them. Never broke a Sector 7 ever, so put them on the Xpedition. More lights. Sweet.
I put holes in your razor.
It's in my house. Boom. Suckers are on. Garrett's plugging a tire back there. I'm waiting for my OBORs, or OBORs. I think that's how you say it correctly. There's somebody that always says I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. Sector 7s are on. And check this out. Boom. Light bar's on. It took a while, boys. Had to make some custom brackets thanks to Levi at Unique Metalworks, but they're all on now. Got the amber lights down here, got the pods right here. The diode dynamic setup is absolutely insane. I already went and tested it out a bit last night because I wanted to get a feel for it. And also got the ECU in from Aftermarket Assassins. So full level 2 tune, exhaust, clutching. You guys saw me doing the clutching and everything. Yeah, she rips a little bit harder now, and the exhaust sound is so nice. Well, you guys are going to see that. We're going to go out here, show you how ridiculous these freaking lights are, talk to you about the clutching and how smooth it is, and the power difference we got going on here. That's a big dude.
This thing is pretty sweet though.
Oh, see this tire plug? Comes in all your Dirt Dudes UTV medical kits. You can get them right at dirtdudesutv.com. Comes with more than just medical supplies. You also get like on-side road repair stuff like this.
Yeah, I come with the kit.
Yeah, it comes with Garrett. She was leaking pretty good last night, but luckily I had my Milwaukee air compressor in the back. This thing it's so awesome. And yeah, as you guys can see, I got the spot in the back. Oh no, this is actually a floodlight, excuse me. From Diode Dynamics. This is from Diode Dynamics also. Shooting some side light. We ran the Sector 7 cords right through that dang thing. Oh, you can't really see.
Yeah,
there you go.
You didn't like the way I had it, did you? I like
No, this is, you can't even see it, man. It's perfect. Those Sector 7 mirrors, a little bit of a job, but it's not too bad if you got a gang of friends and have a couple brewskis.
I mean, I put one in.
That
makes sense.
But right now, this vehicle is completely overhauled. I mean, Aftermarket Assassin's Level 2 kit, the shifter, Diode dynamic lights, the freaking Sector 7s. Yeah, that's how cool this car is right now. All right, before you guys rag on me during the video because all these toggles, I got a bunch of switches coming. Gonna put all OEM styles in there. You do have to get a three-way switch though because of the backlight off and then your regular light. All right, now it's time for the show, the Diode Dynamics / Sector 7 show. Garrett hasn't seen any of these, so I'm pretty excited to show this stuff off. So we got the amber lens right there from Diode Dynamics. And now, boom!
Oh my God.
That's the freaking light bar.
Jeez. Oh, you got more? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I got more. That's a spotlight, but I like to run that one amber color. And then we got the rears. Boom.
Wow.
Yep, that's all Diode Dynamics.
Talk about a backup light. That's. Oh, I thought they were colored in the back. I didn't realize they were all white.
Check this out. Now look at it.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Dude, that is silly.
And then my personal favorite combo, the light bar with the Sector 7s and the amber colors in the front. Wow!
Oh, you can't even see it. It's so bright. Oh, I gotta shut my eyes, act blind. What, dude, that is Calm down, dude. You're gonna put me in a seizure. Dude, the color change is insane.
Yeah, so you can jump between all the different colors. I mean, that's a mean looking machine. I mean, driving around last night and really testing out, I've never had a vehicle even close to that kind of light setup. It's really amazing. The Diode dynamic qualities, the light quality, and the products and everything is unbelievable. And you guys have heard me say forever how badass the Sector 7s are. This is my first the sawtooth Sector 7s. And it's just like I think they're a little bit brighter, and they got the amber lens at the very end. They look badass. I mean, it just goes with the whole rig. I mean, it's insane looking when you go from this side looking out. All right, I'm gonna just like turn off just the light bar in the Sector 7s. Oops. Like, that's insane. That's your high beam for your headlights. It's like that amber lens is almost just as bright.
It is.
All right, well, now
the sectors are definitely brighter than each pod up on the roof.
the Sector 7s are absolutely insane. They're so powerful, you can't even use the pulse bar. You can use it for like the accessory for when you turn your key on, but you got to go direct to positive and negative for the Sector 7s. But the light setup on this is absolutely outrageous. Those back ones, like I'm driving by deer and flicking them on and you're able to use it as a spotlight. It's ridiculous. But we're gonna go do some driving through some trails, get you a perspective how badass these Sector 7s are for giving you like a ditch line. And just like last night when I was driving through, it was like a mystical wonderland. It was so bright and just crazy looking. And then also really break down the aftermarket assassin upgrades we got going on here, because I don't know if you guys can hear it, but she sounds pretty wicked.
Dude, Like, just looking through the window behind you, how much you can just see everything out there.
Yeah. Oh, are they on right now? Oh, wow. Yeah.
I know, you can just all your,
Yeah, and the one other thing, too, with these Sector 7s, because you're changing the position of where the light is mounted. Now it's on the door, so, like, when I open, freaking light's going with it. I actually like it more. I get really great visibility for being able to see backwards. And I hit a bunch of trees with it. Nothing broke. Didn't rip off. The way it's mounted on there is really good. It's running on this like metal bracket for the rail of the window. Yeah, they did a killer job. But let's go hit the trails. All right, so we just grabbed some fuel in town here, and while I was there, I popped in the spark arrestor. Gonna kind of test it out because I don't have much time with the spark arrestor in. Immediately can tell the difference. It's a different pitch. It's a lot quieter. I like it without the spark arrestor. But if you're doing like a little cruise like this with your buddy and you're talking about stuff, I can see why you would want it in. Or probably the average consumer that's into these types of vehicles would prefer it to be quieter. But right off the rip, the clutching, the butter washers and stuff like that to help the engagement and everything, night and day difference. Anybody that's ever drove a Polaris, you all know you got that pause. It's like, what? Good dog. And then it goes. Ain't none of that with this thing. It's like that with every AA clutch kit I've ever put in. The smoothness is so much better. And the power, noticeable. Definitely noticeable. Especially when you throw it in the sport mode. You definitely get on her. And the nice thing is now, if I get bigger tires or something like that, I can change the clutch weights. Or maybe I know I'm going to be cruising for a long time and I don't want to deal with the noise. I can put the cruiser setup with the clutch weights. I will do that eventually. Right now, I want to enjoy some power. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little test here. So the only thing I got going on is just like the amber lens down there. Here's the light bar. Oh. Boom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's, and now Sector 7 time. Douche. Look out the window, bro.
Oh my god.
That's absolutely bananas. That's bananas. I can see everything. And it even like, the way I've set up the light bar, kind of extending it out, don't get that glare on the dash. Oh my. Oh. That's silly.
You were going right by a road too. I feel like I seen it way down the road.
Like you got
100 yards into the ditch.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And then here, maybe Garrett will be able to poke it back here. You guys can see the spotlight in the rear. Oh, there it goes. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly.
I love switching up the switches.
Oh yeah,
though.
didn't tell the people about that.
Yeah, you gotta switch your switches up.
Yep. So if you've been following my journey with this Xpedition for a minute, one of the gripes I had, which there wasn't many, the light switches. I hated how my side was the driver and this would be the driver rear. I flip-flopped them to where these are both the front windows and the other side's the rear because I'm in control. I want the comfortability, not always somebody in here, so easy little hack there if you guys feel the same way I do. These guys don't even know what's going on.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Where are you going?
Where are you going, brother? Come on.
How do they get through the fence so easy?
So absolutely insane. This thing. Have you ever seen a rig with this good of lighting?
No, never. I can't see. I'm just blinded by the light.
Blinded by the light.
And a roller in the night. Is that right?
I don't know. But this freaking backlight right now, it's like grab it, Garrett, and I'll like here, go this side actually.
They're all blinded.
Yeah, it's so nice being able to actually see in reverse with that camera.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can see way out there. That is so wild.
I mean, you're a good 100 yards right there.
Yeah, that's probably about 100 yards. Awesome.
Like nothing.
Awesome. And the exhaust It's definitely quieter.
Way better.
Yeah, Garrett likes it. Yeah, the spark. He likes the spark arrestor.
I don't like yelling.
Yeah, I get it. Still sounds pretty damn good. It does feel so much better. It's cold out there right now, dude.
Oh my god.
Ooh, look at that, dude. That's so bright. And again, guys, I feel like I'm not like saying enough about this freaking Viper shifter, because it is so sweet. I like how I can just bam bam, and I feel cooler when I shift too. All right, got out some more trails. We're gonna show you these lights going down the actual trails, not some pretty tight ones like you could drive a 72-inch wide vehicle down here, but not through. It would be pretty tight through some of it, but here, enjoy. The freaking Sector 7s, bro.
It's so bright.
The ditch line it gives you. Oh, what do we got over here? I can see it just perfectly. And if I want, I can see even more. Dude, I can't get over like the freaking Jurassic Park setup of this thing. With
The tree's blocking it. You gotta go for it.
Yeah, I'll go for it a little bit more. We'll get down to the river and stuff, and then like you're pretty high up, and we'll show you like, I don't know, it's pretty badass. You'll see. Also, how freaking cool is the damn Xpedition, dude? This thing is starting to turn into my favorite vehicle. I cannot wait to do some epic journeys in this thing.
It's crazy how good she works. It's definitely, oh wow.
Wow.
Oh, of course you get the tree again, dude.
Yeah, it is a tree, yeah. I'm gonna show you guys without the light bar in Sector 7 what it would be like. Oh, no, we don't even get the back light. Boom. Yeah, this is just with that yellow light. Like, that ain't nothing.
Isn't there 2 stages of that?
Yeah,
like orange,
that's the brightest one. So I can just take that away too. That's just your headlights.
Oh, so you're blind now.
Yeah, you're blind. You got high beam though.
Don't drive into that hole because you're blind.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Light bar.
Jesus.
Sector 7s. Like,
It still does justice. What was that?
that was my little pods down there.
You can still see it out there. You can lower them.
Yeah, it gets
But, oh
it
my
gives you a higher view.
Hey, catch them owls.
Got the light in the back, shooting down on the river. This thing is really turning into an overland rig. It's super wild. That's just unrealistically bright. All right, here's one of the waypoints I set. I'm kind of like checking out places to possibly camp at, and there's a bunch of like beavers that apparently hang out here. Angry beavers. And then you can see up here.
I see the angry beavers.
Yep, angry beavers.
Oh, dude.
And then I thought that was a grave site, but it's actually a memorial to the river. And then if you can, here, I'll actually point the rig over there so you guys can see the other one across.
Oh, there is another one.
And then you can see the other one across the river. I have no idea what that one says. Let's see, I can't even remember what this one, it says something about the river. Old Indian Trail, Cadillac to Traverse City. Okay, it actually says 0 things about the river. It's about the damn trail around here. Dude, we go freaking spearfishing on this some bitch. Why is it so muddy?
I know. I thought it was a fish a second ago, but it's like
been. Something just swam away.
No, it's just super mucky water right there. Like it
looks like it's drifting away.
It is. The mucky water is drifting away.
Yeah, something swam. Let's go in it.
Do it.
That's freaking illegal.
It's not even that deep.
No,
Oh,
that's illegal, brother.
camera's shutting off, but not for Patreon.
Shut up. Yeah, subscribe.
Weak.
These lights make night adventuring so much cooler. Like the Sector 7s, I can see the river clear as day. I got my spotlight going down there. Wow.
So you're saying these lights are like night and day?
Technically, yes. now we got our last spot, another one right on the river. Plenty of spots to choose from. I don't really know what I'm going to choose. And in the summer, it gets pretty busy here, so who knows? Maybe somebody's already got the spot I want. Got plenty to choose from, luckily. But yeah, that's a wrap, guys. Xpedition, Diode Dynamics, link from below, Sector 7s. You can go to dirtdudesutv.com and go get yourselves some, or go to their website. Links both below. Unbelievable. It's it's the best light setup I've ever had on a vehicle. It's amazing. Xpedition, nothing but good things to say. I'm falling more and more in love with it every day. The aftermarket assassin setup on it, money. The clutch system, it's buttery smooth. Obviously, I have a bunch more testing I can do. I can be trying out their cruiser setup and stuff like that, but me personally, I like the power. I like level 2, no spark arrestor. Let's get a little spicy with her. But for the sake of testing, we'll do all of them. I mean, we did the spark arrestor just now. It's obviously quieter. Like I said, if I was on a long ride, I'd probably throw her in. I got her in the pack out kit, just in case. So stay tuned. We'll be doing more aftermarket assassins testing and obviously more Xpedition stuff. Plus the Pro R's coming back soon. It will be March 17th to 23rd. We will be in Windrock. So if you want to come ride with us, we'll be there. Crashapalooza August 24th. And then also Dirt X July 20th, which is a race at Ionia Fair. So you can come hang out with all of us. Appreciate all you guys for watching. dirtdudesutv.com for all your parts and accessories. Also merch, which it's ending soon. It might not even be on there anymore. Who knows? Probably not. So probably last video for the merch. And then also Patreon. Longer videos, early access, ad-free. Appreciate all you guys that support us on there. You make so much more things possible for us. So you guys are the bomb. And that's a wrap. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah!